Behind the larger spectacle of WWE lies a history of controversy, chaos, and shocking real-life drama. Here's a look back at 10 infamous WWE-related scandals that time almost made everyone forget. Number 10. Sasha Banks and Naomi walk out of Raw. On the May 16, 2022 episode of Raw, Sasha Banks and Naomi, then the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, walked out mid-show during the live broadcast of Monday Night Raw, reportedly frustrated with the creative plans and the overall treatment of the women's tag team division. WWE responded by unusually having a public statement condemning their actions and suspended both women indefinitely, stripping them of their titles. The duo's walkout quickly became a major controversy in the wrestling world that year. Fans erupted on social media, many fellow wrestlers publicly supported Sasha and Naomi, and media outlets extensively covered the incident as one of the biggest stories that year. Number 9. Ring Boys. In the 1990s, allegations against WWE ring announcer Mel Phillips were made public. Phillips was accused of abuse and exploitation of underage boys who were working wrestling events at the time. The scandal gained mainstream attention in 1992 after investigations and media reports claimed that Phillips was grooming them. While WWE denied institutional wrongdoing, the controversy severely damaged the public image during a critical expansion period. Though legal outcomes were limited, the case left a lasting mark on the company. Number 8. Sable and Marc Mero. The very eye-catching Sable and wild man Marc Mero's relationship became one of WWE's most talked about real-life dramas in the late 1990s. Married when they arrived in the company, the power dynamic on screen and off soon shifted as Sable's popularity exploded and she became one of the biggest stars of the Attitude Era. Reports of backstage tension, jealousy, and control issues followed, with Mero later claiming he was sidelined as Sable was pushed to the top. Their messy divorce and public accusations turned their once marketed partnership into tabloid-style scandal, symbolizing the turbulent, cutthroat nature of WWE during the time. Number 7. Billy Gunn's extramarital affair. Former WWE superstar Billy Gunn became embroiled in controversy in the late 1990s and early 2000s when reports surfaced of an extramarital affair that caused significant personal and backstage turmoil. At the time, Gunn was a prominent member of D-Generation X, one of the company's most recognizable stars, which made the situation even more public and led to tensions behind the scenes, and private issues began spilling into the wrestling rumor mill. The scandal followed him for years and remains a footnote in the otherwise successful wrestling career he has. Number 6. Seth Rollins photo leaks. Seth Rollins was caught in controversy in 2015 when private photos of him leaked online without his consent, quickly spreading across social media and other websites. The incident shocked fans as Rollins was WWE World Heavyweight Champion at the time and one of the company's top stars. WWE avoided making it an on-screen storyline, but the situation fueled intense online discussion and just trashy tabloid content. Rollins publicly apologized for those affected and worked to move past the episode. Number 5. Ted DiBiase Jr.'s fraud case. DiBiase Jr.'s post-WWE life took a dark turn when he became the central figure in a major fraud and corruption scandal involving the state of Mississippi's welfare fund program. In 2023 and 2024, DiBiase Jr. was arrested and charged with wire fraud and money laundering, accused of taking millions of dollars meant for needy families and using it for personal expenses, including luxury purchases and training facilities. The case drew national attention because of his famous wrestling lineage and the scale of alleged misuse. Once known as a promising wrestling superstar, DiBiase Jr.'s name became synonymous with one of the most embarrassing financial scandals linked to a former WWE name. Number 4. The original screw job. Yes, the original one in WWE history took place in 1985, involving then women's champion Wendy Richter and promoter Vince McMahon. Richter, then the face of the women's division, lost her title in a controversial match against the masked Spider Lady, who was later revealed to be Fabulous Moolah in disguise. Richter was pinned quickly and unexpectedly. She later claimed the finish was changed without her knowledge as part of a pay dispute with WWE. The incident caused outrage among fans and ended Richter's WWE run, becoming a notorious example of backstage politics and betrayal years before the Montreal Screwjob made the term famous. She would later, though, be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame. Number 3. Jim Duggan and the Iron Sheik's drug bust. One of WWE's most infamous scandals erupted in 1987 when babyface hero Hacksaw Jim Duggan and despised heel the Iron Sheik were arrested together in New Jersey on drugs and weapons charges. The incident basically sent a shockwave through the wrestling world because they were portrayed as bitter on-screen enemies, with Sheik being a top foreign villain and Duggan being a patriotic hero. Yeah, killing kayfabe. Police found cocaine and marijuana in their car, along with a firearm, shattering the illusion that their rivalry was a real one. WWE quickly punished both men, stripping the Sheik of his push and halting Duggan's momentum. The scandal embarrassed WWE as it blurred the lines between its scripted nature and the real life of wrestlers' excesses on the road. Number 2. The Hulk Hogan sex tape. The iconic Hulk Hogan was unfortunately featured in an alleged illegally released sex tape, which was published by the tabloid website Gawker in the early 2010s, with the beloved wrestling icon being seen having relations with the wife of a friend. The tape would later reveal racist comments made by Hogan, which would deeply taint his pop culture iconic status in wrestling and beyond. Number 1. CM Punk's walkout. CM Punk's infamous WWE walkout in January of 2014 shocked the wrestling world. Burned out, injured, frustrated with stagnant creative direction and backstage politics, the best in the world quit WWE after the Royal Rumble and went home the next day, leaving the company's creative team scrambling to explain his sudden absence in the lead-up to WrestleMania 30. Months later, he was officially fired by WWE, receiving the papers on his wedding day. And his tell-all podcast interview on the art of wrestling exposed deep issues within the company, sparking huge debate among fans and wrestlers alike. Punk spent years away from pro wrestling in general, trying different projects in Hollywood and MMA with the UFC, before returning to the industry with All Elite Wrestling and later making a dramatic comeback to WWE, where he once again was a central headlining figure. Yeah, hell froze over and CM Punk came back to WWE.